Hi, and welcome to our second edition of the Jackpots show here at the Las Vegas Advisor. Thank you to everybody who submitted. Today is Friday, March 14th, and Anthony, we got a lot to talk about today. A lot of jackpots were submitted.
What year is it?
It's the year 2025.
That's right. See, I'm going to watch you. I'm going to watch you on that. I'm making sure.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to know the year. I don't know why. We know what year it is, but
we have videos going back years, and actually it's funny because we also have submissions of jackpots going back years.
yeah. Well, good transition because here's what we're doing. You know, we went back and we looked at the media where we tell everybody to send in to media@huntingtonpress.com.
Yep.
And we didn't really monitor that properly. And there are literally dozens and dozens of jackpots that we did not see and we did not mention. Mm-hmm. And we didn't realize how many people were sending them in. And thank you for that because it's rich.
Yeah, we would get so many that we go, oh, this one's great, let's use it. And then,
and it's rich. And I mean, we're going to talk about some jackpots up front, and then we're going to rifle through several of them. So if you've been waiting for years, we go all the way back to 2022 on this.
Yep.
And I mean, some are big, some are small. We're going to catch up on the Jackpot show. So hang around toward the end. We're going to rifle through about 5 or 6 additional ones real quick without the analysis.
Yep.
Right?
So first up, we think we got to talk about this one. This is the biggest one. I mean, the first one's the biggest one. The MEGABUCKS hit for $12.3 million, not in Vegas, but in Mesquite.
Yeah, in February. $12.3 million at Virgin River Casino in Mesquite.
Never been.
As you said. I've been there, nice place. You know, in 2023, there were 4 MEGABUCKS hit in Nevada. In 2024, there were none. And this was the first one in a year and a half to be hit anywhere in Nevada and still not in Las Vegas.
Right.
And I don't know why that is, Andrew. I don't know if it's like there's so many other good slots coming out. And MEGABUCKS used to be the thing. Mm-hmm. And now you can hit jackpots, big jackpots and other things like Buffalo and like, obviously Wheel of Fortune.
Right.
So it's just, I think MEGABUCKS might not be getting as much play as usual.
That's interesting. I always try to take a few spins of MEGABUCKS just because what if?
Yeah, some people still say that.
Yeah. We
actually see in some of the comments, they go, well, I won big, so I took $20 and I gave MEGABUCKS a shot.
Yeah, you got to. And I've had a few really nice, MEGABUCKS hits for like a few $100 here and there.
Yeah, it's not just the jackpot. It hits like a regular machine.
Yeah.
Anyway, here's what's interesting about it. In Mesquite, they celebrated by offering beer buckets for $12.30.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, well, it worked out to like $2.46 a beer. So
sure.
Everybody benefited a little bit when somebody hit for $12.3 million.
And this segment we call Beer Delivery, and it's from Jerry K. And Jerry says, I brought Tanya and the staff some Mick Ultra beer because nobody else does, and I picked up my Member Rewards book. Do you think that's why I hit my first Royal Flush for $4,000? Yeah, baby. Yeah, we do, Jerry. And it was at the Horseshoe, Las Vegas. Love the podcast and the guests. I'm from Dallas, coming back in May. Let's do it again. Do it again, Jerry. Do it.
Well, you know where that's from. That's from the last Beer Friday.
Okay.
When somebody, one of the questions was, okay, we know you drink Heineken.
Uh-huh.
What do the girls drink?
Right. I remember that.
Remember
okay.
that? And Tanya's answer. Remember Tanya's answer? She goes, we drink free beer.
That's right. Well, so do I.
Right? And so Jerry K decided that he was going to bring some free beer for the girls. Not that we aren't drinking some of it ourselves.
Well, if you notice when I did my episode of Andrew's Hot Slots, I was drinking a Mick Ultra from you, Jerry.
Rating the girl stash.
That's right.
So anyway, let's look at Jerry's jackpot. He was playing 7-5 double bonus.
Fun game.
95.71%. So a fun game maybe, but not really a good game. You got over 4% disadvantage. But he was playing at Horseshoe Las Vegas, which is a Caesars property.
On the Strip.
And I'm telling you, Caesars, of all of them, I think that Caesars has the worst video poker in general of all the big groups. And none of them are really that good for the most part, but Caesars is particularly bad. We've written about it in the LVA several times, how bad it is at the Link, how bad it is at Luxor. And again, he's playing, a 95.71% game. Not great, but we're not going to bang him because he brought beer.
All right, and in this jackpot, we call it the no cocktail jackpot, and it comes to us from Jordan P. I was at the MGM Grand waiting for my girlfriend to finish playing a poker tournament, and I wanted a drink, so I threw $50 into a slot machine. 20 minutes goes by, still no cocktail waitress. I'm down to my last $5 when I get the bonus where you get to pick 3 coins. Thinking I'm just going to go get the $10 mini like normal, I picked 3 coins without really paying attention, only to look up and see the grand jackpot for $10,799. My biggest win ever. Boy, am I glad that that cocktail waitress was slow at the MGM Grand that night.
All right.
So cool.
Quite amazing, right? That's...
You never hit the grand. I mean, this is a $1.76 bet, and he hit the grand. It's incredible.
Yeah. Well, here's an interesting thing. You've got to pick. I guess 3 come up there.
That's right.
And you pick one of the coins. Mm-hmm. And people will agonize over what they're going to pick.
Oh, yeah. They're which one?
Trying to figure it out. It's already predetermined.
Right.
Whatever you are going to win is already predetermined. Whatever you hit on that button is going to come up what has already been decided. So he couldn't have missed it.
That's right.
But he didn't know that. So the interesting thing, we got a slot in here. It's not all video poker on the Jackpot show.
Yep.
Right? And he was playing, this is either Dancing Drums or 88 Fortunes. Interesting thing about this game is it was written about in Gambling 102.
That's right.
The Wizard of Odds called it a false flag, meaning this game looks like it's an advantage slot game.
Because the pot fills
up. The
up.
pot gets bigger and bigger, and as the pot gets bigger, people think it's called perceived persistence.
Yeah, they go, oh, it's full. I'm going to pop it.
It's time to do it, but it has nothing to do with the odds. Now, other advantage play slots do. We're doing that book, Breaking the Slot Code, which will explain this. But this particular game, no. But he just played it. He got lucky. He hit it. Amazing. Puts in $1.76 and hits for $10K. Pretty darn good.
And this one we call the anti-jackpot. It's so sad.
It is.
A man hit a $57,000 jackpot at the Parks Casino in Pennsylvania. I'm reading it slow because I'm sad. However, because he'd put himself on the no gambling self-exclusion list, he was denied the jackpot and trespassed from the casino.
Oh, my gosh.
How do you feel, Anthony?
Bad beat all the way.
That's a bad beat.
You can't. I mean, to understand what happened in Pennsylvania and in other states, you can put yourself on a list that says, don't let me come. Don't let me play. I lose too much money. It's a responsible gambling thing, where people can put themselves on a list and say, I'm not going to. When you do that, you can't go in and play because you can't win. I mean, you might get away with playing and lose money, and they don't know you're there, and you lost money. If you win, they're going to check you. If you're on the list, they're not going to pay you. And so that's what happened to him. He hits the $57,000.
Incredible hit. I mean.
And he's denied the jackpot, and he's 86 from the casino. They're like, you will be arrested if you come back here again.
Bad, and bad.
It's the rest of this is going to be a little bit more upbeat. You'll notice we don't have any images or pictures of this one. Nobody took any pictures. Nobody wanted to see any pictures.
All right, so now we're getting into our lightning round. We're going to go through a bunch of jackpots. This one comes to us from Robert O. Thanks for sending it in. It is a $1,000 jackpot from Oceans Casino in Atlantic City, playing Joker Poker, which is a really fun game I like to play, but I noticed this was a neat schedule that you don't see in Vegas.
Yeah, this is a specific Atlantic City schedule where the 5 of a kind pays like a royal.
Yeah.
And the royal only pays $250. The 5 of the kind pays $4,000.
Interesting.
It's strange. They call it Atlantic City Joker.
Yeah.
There's actually a Bob Dancer strategy card on this.
Oh, I bet there is.
It tells you exactly how to play it.
And this next one comes to us from Stephen H. with a $4,250 win at Sam's Town.
His wife actually hit this one.
Okay.
All right. He wrote to us. His wife hit it, and she drew the Queen of Diamonds she was drawing 4 to a royal. She had 4 to a royal. She was drawing 1. She hit the Queen of Diamonds to hit the royal flush for $42.50. She'd actually done it the day before with a 25-cent royal at Suncoast.
Wow.
Same thing. Drew 1 to 4 in diamonds and filled it again. Interesting, Andrew. Stephen H. wrote, this one was nice, as it was over double what the normal 50-cent denomination would be for the royal flush. Watching your show has made us more savvy picking our video poker. Well, he's right. We ran it on the software. This one was returning 99.77%.
There you go.
So good instincts. Yeah. Good instincts on that. And you're looking for progressives. You're looking for better opportunities.
Now, this is a prime example of what this show is about. If you watch this show, you will learn from the best. So, and I've learned a lot by doing this show, and that's one of the greatest compliments that could come in is that you've increased your skill set by watching the show.
People are listening. We get that comment now and again saying, thanks to you, I looked for that and I found it and I hit.
This one is called Triple Aces from Mark G, where Mark G wins $6,000 in the Chicago Brewing Company at Four Queens. Mark writes, while playing in the Chicago Brewing Company at the Four Queens, I hit not one, not two, but 3 hand-pay quad aces with the same kicker within 4 hours. I mean, look at these pictures. It's hilarious. He gets the 4. It's the aces with the kicker. It's hilarious.
Amazing. He did it within 4 hours, and each one of them is paying $2,000.
Yeah.
So, same kicker.
Yeah.
It's just amazing. When we go over these jackpots, it's just amazing the things we see that happen to people.
Incredible timing. We got to have some Keno in here, Anthony. This one comes to us from Sharon F. with a win of $17.75 on 5-cent Keno. Okay, and this comes from Tashi Palace.
Tachi Palace, south of Fresno in California.
Okay.
And so she hit an 8 spot and 4 7 spots.
This is why people like to overlap their cards.
This is what's going on there, right? People go, how does that happen? If you haven't played Keno, you can. That's why they call it 4-card Keno and whatever. They have 10-card Keno.
This is 20-card Keno that she's
is that
playing.
What she's got? Yeah. Okay. And again, I don't play Keno very often. I used to play Keno overlays a long time ago. But anyway, she's betting a nickel, but that's still $1.20 a play.
Yeah.
And she hit good.
Yeah.
Right?
Way to go.
She does right here. She says, I wait anxiously each week to see your show. By the way, we love the food at Bootlegger, which is not
Cool.
in Tachi Palace. Bootlegger is in Vegas.
We've talked about the Bootlegger before.
Down on the south side of the Strip.
Congratulations. I really love this one, Anthony. This is a $5 Royal Flush from Scott W. Wins $20,000 at Arizona Charlie's on Decatur.
Wow. Nice. Jeff Compton, who wrote one of our first books, The Las Vegas Advisor Guide to Slot Clubs, used to call $5 play big nickels. Mm-hmm. And nice hit, Arizona Charlie's Decatur.
All right, so now we go from $5 to 5 cents. This is a Royal Flush from Mike L., who wins $200 at Red Rock. He says, after hearing Anthony say that people can go for years without ever hitting a Royal Flush, I was shocked when this came onto the screen. Well, it's about 140-something thousand.
Well, little nickels.
Yeah.
Right? We go, it's that's what we're talking about. There's big nickels, there's little nickels. It's all relative.
That's
One
right.
guy wins 20,000, the next guy wins 200, and they're equally happy, I guarantee you, because they're playing at their stakes.
And it's a lot of fun.
It sure is, man. It's terrific. One thing I'll say about this, 2 things. One is this one comes way back from 2022. So sorry, Mike, that it took so long. We just discovered it. The rest of you hang in there. We'll find yours. The second is that when you're playing nickels, we didn't do much analysis here. The game he's playing right there is 94.82%. So when you're playing nickels, you're going to fade a pretty big edge.
Not good.
Yeah, so good enough. He hit for 200.
As you know from this show, you can learn what a really good pay schedule is versus a not so much pay schedule. And, you want to get up there in that 97, 98, 99 range if you can.
You would like to.
All right, guys, thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for sending in your jackpots. There's many more, but you got the email address right here, media@huntingtonpress.com. Send us your jackpots, your stories, and thank you for watching episode number 2 of our jackpots episode. Anthony, anything else to add?
Yeah, just keep sending them. We're going to get you on. We're going to be doing, 9, 10, 12 every time we do this show once a month, and you'll see yourself.
Well, I'm going to